Hi, good morning. This is Scott. Welcome to the meditation live stream. I hope that you're doing well. Here on my channel, we're working with meditation. We are using a meditation awareness, or a combination of awareness, attention, and practice in the different dimensions of our being, our body, our emotion, our mind, our relationships. And it's through these different dimensions that we make up the sort of complete perspective of ourself, sort of the different dimensions of our being, if you like. And those are co-informed by the information we perceive. Our life experiences are encoded deep into our bodies at the cellular level. And not only our life, but all lives before us are deeply impacted, encoded in the epigenome, the sort of historical database of human beings. But really we are not data. And this is the comment that I continue to promote on my channel, this human-centered approach to practice. That we're moving into a transitional sort of phase, moving through this eye of a needle, perhaps, for our culture and our systems. And I think they need an upgrade. I think we are using sort of godlike technology through the wisdom of without wisdom, I will say. I think we're capable of things that most people don't understand in terms of our technological achievements. And certainly I don't understand many of the things, for example. But we don't have yet the subsequent wisdom with which to wield them. Sort of like, having the ability to, for example, my analogy would be like driving a car, but like a 3-year-old trying to drive the car. It's not really safe, or people don't really understand what that means. A 3-year-old may want to and believe that they can, but they demonstrably cannot. And so we live in this kind of transitional phase, and meditation is a great way. Spiritual practice is a great way to reorient your life toward the human center, and we do that here on my channel. Today we'll go for about a half an hour total, and I do like to give a brief talk before we start, and I've kind of touched into it, but I think suffice to say the sort of maybe the growing frustration you feel, or build up you feel energetically, will require certain people to process through that. And when we practice here on my channel, this allows for that energy to flow through and not get stuck as much, because we'll need ways to ground ourselves in this fast pace, sort of like urgency that isn't yours, somebody else's timetable that is ever, increasingly fast or something. And how to kind of not just cope with some of the language around that, but to really genuinely process that energy through your being, grounding that energy, and allowing yourself to kind of learn from the experiences of your life, giving yourself a little bit of time to have space for grace. So, that being said, we'll start today with the Donna Eden technique. So make sure your feet are crossed at the ankles. Bring your hands up into your chest, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is a great way to begin to switch up the sides of our energy body. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel the energy building up on your hands. We'll do 3 more. Great. And then coming out of that and flicking the energy away from your body, discharging, releasing the static buildup on your hands. Wonderful. And then bringing your hands into prayer position, and you can repeat after me if you like out loud or quietly inside your head, whatever feels correct for you. I release all energies, thoughts, emotions, intentions, and sensations that are not mine back to Source. I release all energies, emotions, intentions, sensations, and frequencies that are not mine back to the Source. And from here now, we'll keep our eyes closed and we'll begin our practice of meditation, gently placing your attention on your physical body and your body sensations. You can feel your body's digestion, subtle movement, temperature. You can feel your body's tingling and pulsing, a sense of aliveness and presence. Feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection with the planet. You can begin the practice of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. Then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body and into the earth. And the softening and the melting can be like this light or this healing honey that as it melts down through your body, it cleanses, heals, purifies, and makes whole as it travels down through your body and into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and recycles and transforms it. And with each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body. You get a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and you melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. Feeling and softening is a great technique, very useful when times you have to wait, like if you're in a line or you're on hold on the phone, or you are waiting an appointment, or before bed, or just writing, in the morning when you get up. Feeling and softening is useful because it helps process overwhelm or stress. And you can now bring your attention up into your heart, feeling your heart space, breathing directly in and out of your heart. On the in-breath, feeling your heart. And on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Whenever we intentionally move into our hearts, there's always a sense of tenderness and warmth there. Very good. And then noticing what you are experiencing emotionally right now. Unlike some other meditation practices where you're trying to avoid emotion, here we're trying to be the space with which our emotions arise in. Allowing ourselves to have our emotional experiences is very healthy, part of the human condition, the human experience. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, like points on a compass giving your life direction. You could be feeling anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. Or you could also be feeling numb, which is also a valid emotional experience. bringing your attention up now into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And then the out-breath, softening in and around your skull. You can, if you like, breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown, the top of your head, whichever feels correct for you. And just feeling and softening in and around your head. Very good. And coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or active your mind is. And just letting your thoughts come and go without actively thinking, just allowing them to pass on through, so to speak. You could think of it kind of like being uninvolved with thinking and just allowing that to happen. And if you notice that you're actively thinking, you can always returning back to your body, your spine, sensing and feeling your body's connection to the earth for grounding and anchoring. Very good. And then from here, we can gently open our eyes. Opening your eyes, but keeping your eyes soft. We'll take a moment together to appreciate this work that we've just done with our eyes closed. And we'll practice now in the relational space, the space of outside and inside. Every relationship, every relation has an internal and an external component, two sides, so to speak. And it's useful to feel into these spaces, these dimensions. On the in-breath, you can practice feeling outside you, the environment around you on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, feeling inside you. And then just noticing the distinction between the two, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then back inside on the out-breath. from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice. Qualities are kind of like feeling states, and it's useful to practice them. And you practice sending and receiving the qualities. Very important to both learn to send and learn to receive. Learn to give and to receive these qualities. And you can feel all of them or feel one of them. It's up to you. And you practice feeling love, compassion, gratitude, or forgiveness. And just on the in-breath, feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness around you. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself. And just like I say, practice offering and then absorbing the qualities. Beautiful. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet. You can do your intentions and prayers first. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community, transforming our culture and our systems. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day. And remember, each of us are like a universe unto ourselves in some ways. And we're each co-creating, kind of like a concert, the experience of the world around us. So each of us play our part in that orchestra. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.